Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. The instant I turned the key and realized the door wouldn't give way, a strange sense of calm settled over me. My own wife had locked me out. No yelling. No warning, just a silent, deliberate statement of a choice she had made. I stepped back, checked my phone, thought about calling, but something urged me to pause. To observe and respond with patience rather than panic, I scanned the porch. The early evening sun casting long shadows across the yard. That's when I noticed her neighbor, someone I'd exchanged casual greetings with before, but never imagined encountering in a moment like this. She lifted an eyebrow, then smiled in that effortless, knowing way some people have without saying a word. Her gesture toward her open door carried a playful spark. "My bed's free if you need it," she offered casually, as though inviting me in for tea instead of presenting a sanctuary. I hesitated, letting the absurdity of it all sink in. Here I was, locked out of my own home, and yet another option had appeared with a simplicity that bordered on comical. Most men might have erupted with anger, fists pounding, voices raised. Most men might have stormed back, demanding explanations or trying to reclaim control. But that wasn't me. I inhaled deeply, letting the air fill my lungs and steady my thoughts. There was no need to prove anything, no need to chase respect already lost in subtle, quiet ways. I allowed a small, ironic smile to form. Life has a way of delivering lessons in the most unexpected packages. Tonight wasn't about confrontation. It was about clarity. I leaned on the railing, feeling the warmth of the fading sun on my face, letting the world spin around me while I stayed still. My wife appeared at the window, eyes wide with disbelief, cheeks flushed with anger. She mouthed words I couldn't make out, but I didn't need to hear them. I understood perfectly without a single syllable. Her panic was almost theatrical, a cocktail of guilt, frustration, and the realization that control had slipped from her grasp. I'd learned long ago that some battles aren't worth fighting. Power is often shown best through composure rather than confrontation. I stepped back, letting the moment stretch, letting her stew in it. Knowing her reaction revealed more than anything I could ever articulate. Meanwhile, the neighbor lingered. In her doorway, a faint smile acknowledging my restraint. No judgment, just a quiet recognition that sometimes life hands you an unexpected opening. The right response is measured, deliberate, and drama-free. It came down to beds or doors, presence or absence, the unspoken truth that I didn't need to fight for the respect I was inherently receiving. Eventually, her shouts at the window faded into the evening air. I straightened, brushed off my jacket, exchanged a subtle nod of acknowledgement with the neighbor, and turned toward the street. Walking away had never felt more satisfying. The lesson was unmistakable. Dignity doesn't need to be demanded. Through anger, it is upheld quietly, consistently, intentionally. Tonight, that silent power spoke louder than any argument ever could. As I walked down the sidewalk, the sounds of evening settling around me, a profound calm washed over me. The adrenaline that might have gripped another man had no hold here. I didn't need to prove anything, shout for apologies, or force recognition. The lesson had already been delivered quietly, firmly, without compromise. Life's timing is often absurd. One moment you're inside your home, assuming comfort and control. The next, a simple turn of a key shifts everything. But in that shift comes clarity. Truth reveals itself not in dramatic confrontations, but in reactions, or in this case, deliberate restraint. Walking away without malice carries more weight than any argument ever could. By the time I returned later that evening, the house was silent. She had unlocked the door, paused, then stepped aside, acknowledging without words that the balance had shifted. I didn't need to demand explanations or enumerate grievances. My absence had spoken louder than anything. Life often rewards those who act with patience and intention, who know that respect and dignity aren't seized through force, but maintained through consistent composure. Tonight was a stark reminder of that truth. Some doors, once closed, reveal fresh perspectives, unexpected lessons, and the quiet satisfaction of handling a moment exactly as it needed to be handled. When I finally stepped back inside the home, The tension lifted, and I understood something vital. Control isn't about possession or argument. It's about composure, choosing clarity over chaos, and recognizing that sometimes the most powerful statement is simply walking.